In this section, we're going to learn all about how UXers think. And if you think you're ready to dive into the mind of a UX professional, as scary as that can be, I invite you along. The first step you need to learn is the UXer ability of thinking big in order to think small. User experience professionals, true, really great user experience professionals, have one great talent in common. Not only can they pick through the details of a design or story, they can also think about grand system experiences, and they can match up any details with their place and meaning within the larger experience. In short, they can think really, really big and really, really small all at the same time. One way that many of us UXers are able to do this is by embracing systems thinking and applying that to our work. Wikipedia defines system thinking as having at least some roots in the general system theory that was advanced by Ludwig von Bertalanffy in the 1940s and furthered by Ross W. Ashby in the 1950s. The term systems thinking is sometimes used as a broad catch-all heading for the process of understanding how systems behave, interact with their environment, and influence each other. The term is also used more narrowly as a heading for thinking about social organizations, be they natural or designed, healthy or unhealthy. Often the focus is on a government or business organization that is viewed as containing people, processes, and technologies. Business organizations containing people, processes, and technologies? That sounds an awful lot like something we think of when we think of a user experience, doesn't it? People, our users, walking through processes, like using content, within a certain technology or context. Why, that is how we create a user experience. Thus, by thinking of the user's experience as one within a system where they can behave and interact with the environment, we could see just how important systems thinking is. But what does that really mean for you? It means that approaching an experience that you are designing for as a system, a UXer has to think about the entire system, its parts and processes, and how it works. For example, even the smallest line of text may throw off the narrative of the experience. Imagine that you went to Apple's website. You were reading about the new MacBook, and then you see this language. There is an irreconcilable error with this page. Definitely not an Apple-type comment, right? This might throw off your viewpoint of the company and would thus affect your experience. You see, a great user experience ties together each and every detail from how a product looks to the text on each screen in order to uphold the principle of the larger system of the experience. Therefore, in order to ensure that all of the details contribute and are consistent with the overall experience, we have to think big on a system level to think small on a detail level. For example, if we were building a city, we could think big, what is the purpose of this city, to think small. Knowing the city's purpose, where should the roads go? What should they be made of? This is the same with thinking about an experience, meaning, what is the purpose of our company? Thinking big. Then thinking, what products do we need to fulfill that purpose, and what do those products contain? Thinking small. In plain terms, we have to think about the city before we can think about where to put the roads. On the flip side, UXers also have to think small. For example, a user needs to be reassured during the process to submit a claim. To think big, our claim submitting system needs to have a direct customer service line. Thus, curating this skill of thinking big to think small and thinking small to think big will be one of the most essential tasks on your path to UX stardom.